awesome throwback tune. Of course, that is our throwback tune for the hour. That is Group Love with Tongue Tied. Of course, that was featured on our actual Top 40 chart show a couple of years back. So what an awesome tune to have back playing on the show. Now, of course, I did mention that we've got Yudi in studio. We're interviewing him. He's, of course, the product marketing director at Huawei. Yudi, thank you so much for joining me once again. All right. Now we're going to be continuing talking about the actual phone. Like, let's get into the nitty-gritty surrounding the phone. Now, the P7 is the phone that actually everybody's been talking about. All the buzz is around the P7. Can I tell you, when you say, oh, I have a Huawei, everybody's like, is it the P7? Is it the P7? Everybody wants to know about this phone. So what are some of the fantastic features that you can tell us on the P7?
Okay, so with the P7, I mean, we focused on three main elements. The first was imaging. So, the device does have a rear-facing 13-megapixel camera. It's a phenomenal camera component.
Wow.
We use a Sony component. So it really is strong from that perspective. We don't mind supporting Sony because they make great quality cameras and lenses. And then the front-facing camera is an 8-megapixel front-facing camera.
Wow.
Yes, that's what I say every time I say it. It's like, has anybody done that before? No, they haven't.
Wow.
Absolutely. Now, the important thing about that lovely 8-megapixel front-facing camera is that over and above, high-quality selfies, and it is such a selfie environment these days. I'm one of those narcissists, by the way.
Really?
But you can take panoramic selfies, which we are calling groofies.
Yes,
So
I've seen that on the commercials.
Absolutely. So you can take, you and all your friends, your group selfies. You can shoot them using this amazing 8-megapixel front-facing camera. So camera is very important. Especially in the social media environment, you really want to be able to share high-quality pictures. The best right now in the market, other than the Huawei products, is around about 2-megapixel front-facing camera. We've taken leaps and strides ahead in order to bring great quality product to the market.
Can I just clap? Can I wipe the tears from my eyes? I'm so happy. No, seriously, I remember a friend of mine actually has the P7, and he said when he first used it, he was like, this is the most amazing picture quality that he has had. Like, he's taking selfies everywhere. And I myself have been taking selfies. I've got the G6, which has the 5-megapixel front camera, which is fantastic. And it's got there's the beauty feature where you can make yourself look even more fabulous than you already are.
Like Photoshop.
Yes.
Photoshop. You don't have a problem. You're fine.
No, but I feel like Huawei is making me lie to people. Like, I'm posting now on Instagram, you look so amazing, girl. What have you been doing? I'm like, yes, it's me. It's so fantastic. And it's interesting how, I think it's one of the big selling points for Huawei. And the thing is, it's not the only selling point. A lot of people are like, yes, let's talk about the camera. But there's so much more that goes into this phone. I mean, just in terms of me, because I had another phone which I had to charge all the time. I couldn't go a day without having to charge. The battery life, I must say, I'm using the G6. The battery life is fantastic. I don't have to constantly be charging. There's a lot that I know people were saying that you can go onto the internet really quickly. Some of the apps are fantastic on the phone. So there's a lot that Huawei has to offer. And tell us a little bit more about the G6. I know it was sort of, they say it's like the scaled down version of the P6, but you know what? I can say it is fantastic.
Absolutely. So with the P7 and the G6, they're both quad-core devices. So from a performance perspective, they're really good. And then on the connectivity side, they're both LTE devices, what is commonly referred to in the market as 4G. And 4G is all about speeds. It's support for up to 150 megabits per second in the downlink. And what that basically means is you can do super fast downloads and uploads on the LTE network, provided your network provides it. So that really helps when you're shooting those high quality selfies, and they're big photos. In order to upload them, you need a good quality signal, and from that perspective, our device does support LTE.
Yeah, and I must say with both phones, like the actual look of the phones is actually beautiful. Like we put your phone and mine next to each other. I mean, there's a slight difference, but definitely they both look fantastic. They're both like very, very slim. Like you can get you get the P7 in black? Because I've seen mostly
Yes.
the whites.
So you get it both in black and white.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very, very nice, sleek finish. Very nice. Like it just looks premium. You walk around looking like the most amazing person.
So that's the point, right? In order to attract the attention, you need to look good. So we focused a lot on design, bringing excellence in design in both products. There's a similar look and feel, which we like to call a family look and feel. That unibody design, and it's just amazing to hold. People are surprised how light it is, considering like the P7 has a glass front and back. It's Corning Gorilla Glass 3. And it's got an interesting back design. We put 7 layers that has that metallic look and feel. But it's proper glass. It's Corning Gorilla Glass on the front, and very strong from that perspective. I said to you earlier on when we were chatting on the side that I use a cover because I've dropped it a few times. It's still okay. No cracks on the screen. I'm good.
Looks brand new.
Absolutely.
Right. So now this is some really, really good news on the side of Huawei. Now you recently were awarded European Consumer Smartphone 2014-2015 by the European Imaging and Sound Association, and this was of course for the flagship phone, the latest flagship phone, the Huawei Ascend P7.
Yeah.
Now,
so that's kind of endorsement to what we've been talking about, the camera experience that we have on our P7 and G6 as well is pretty good. So we've done really well on the camera components, and the user experience is phenomenal. There's a wealth of features that's built into the entire camera experience. I mean, you mentioned Beauty Shot. It's on both devices from a selfie perspective. We mentioned the groofies or the panoramic selfies, where you can take a whole group of photos. And I'd like to challenge the listeners, to try it out if you do get access to it, and try it on another phone and see how it goes compared to the P7.
And I've actually watched, some of those shows that sort of they test out different smartphones, like which is the best in terms of connectivity, in terms of camera quality. And it's really fantastic that we're seeing that some of those big names that were out there that everybody just would sort of go and spend their money on just because it's that one brand. I can see people are sort of moving away from that now, and they're like, okay, yes, I hear the name is out there, but I'm looking for that brand that's actually going to give me what I want, give me value for money. And you're seeing that a lot of other phones, particularly phones such as the Huawei, are actually coming up now. A lot of people are actually switching from the phones that they used to be using with those other names, and now they're going towards the Huawei, which must be very, very exciting for yourselves at Huawei.
It is indeed. I mean, it's really helping grow our brand equity, and from that perspective, we are starting to see a lot of redemption for our mid-tier and premium smartphones. We bring good quality product to the market, and over and above that, it's in the affordable premium space that we're starting to play. We're getting a lot of redemption based on that. Price, of course, in price sensitive markets does help, and but at the same time, we don't shirk on our responsibility of bringing good quality product to the market.
Right. Now, one last question. This is probably one of those questions that I think a lot of people have been wondering. Before, people used to have the biggest problem when it came to pronouncing the name Huawei. I would hear Hawaii or like lots of different things. What does it actually mean?
So Huawei means in Chinese, I think the literal translation is something to the effect of can do. So that's the stance that we've taken, is we can do it.
Can do, definitely. Yeah. I can do selfie, Huawei selfie, yes. now that I know that, I'll be walking around saying Huawei all the time.
and you say it very well.
Thank you very much. I've been practicing.
Well,
I actually went and I Googled it. Like, I think it was like a year and a half ago. I actually went and I Googled it because I was like, what is this name? I can't pronounce it. But anyway, thank you so much, Yudi. It's been an absolute pleasure getting to know you, getting to speak to you about the amazing phones, about the brand as a whole and how amazing it is. Thank you so much for coming through to VOW FM.
My absolute pleasure, Felicity. I look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you very much. Now, of course, we've got more music coming up. We've got Wilkinson coming up with Detour City, as well as Big Nas with Inazo.